What's up, gang? I'm Preston.
I'm Colin.
And we're out here in a 2023 Nautique G21. We're gonna scope out how this thing performs.
Yeah, I mean, so Preston's gonna do a wakeboard set and give us his spiel on what he thought of the wave. And then I'll get out and do a bit of surfing and give you, my input on the surf wave on this new G21. And, any other details that we'll be getting out here, we'll make sure to let you know. Should be a fun time.
I'm gonna boot up and jump in. Let's get after it.
Have a shred.
The G21 has a 2,200-pound subfloor ballast system, which helps this 21-foot boat carve out an awesome wake in conjunction with its hull design and the heavy dry weight. It also runs a 6.2-liter direct injection ZZ6 engine with a 2-to-1 transmission and a massive 17x17 prop. Nautique's link screen allows for easy wave customization with the turn of a dial. Changing the wave shape parameter from 0 to 10 will transform the wave from a flatter, mellow face to a tall, steep face, giving you great adjustability for your rider's tastes. Nautique does an incredible job of making wave setups simple and repeatable, so you can expect an awesome wave every time you hit the water without the headache. While the G23 with supplemental ballast throws a larger wave than its little brother, the G21, the wave is still super easy to set up and has a massive face with tons of push. The G-Series also has a nice tall windshield, giving great visibility over the bow while surfing. With Halloween right around the corner, we had to get a little bit festive with the costumes. Let's get Dragon Boy Colin in the water for a surf.
So we got our speed at 11.5 over here, and a big, massive difference between this boat and the G23. Both have the ZZ6 engine. We're running at 33.5 RPMs. If I drop this down, it drops it a little bit, it mellows the wave out. But we're resting at about 33 to 3,400 RPMs. And our decibel gauge is sitting below 80 when I'm not talking. That's about 5 decibels quieter than the G23, and it's about 300 to 400 RPMs less than the G23 at similar speed, 11.5 with the full ballast. So this thing's a lot quieter, and I have great visibility out of the bow. And we're using less fuel right now.
Dragon Colin.
Yeah.
How was
okay.
it?
Well, originally I thought it was pretty mellow at a 5, and by mellow, it's not like I was lacking push. So it wasn't that intimidating, big, massive surf wave. That steep face to it that is kind of standard on a G23. This doesn't have the supplemental ballast like the G23, but it was really fun. Really fun wave. I was able to get pretty far back and still find that push that I need. So I felt like it wasn't really a risk if I wanted to test my boundaries going all the way back and trying to surf a long wave. So it was really fun. I mean, 11.5 at a 5 to 7.
Just from a driver's perspective, like Colin was saying, it was pretty mellow to start at a 5. I slowed it down to like 10.8. And he started hollering that he thought it was like the wake started to get a little soft, which makes sense going that slow. So we ramped it back up to 11.5, kicked the wave up to like a 9 or a 10, and it looked really good. It looked solid.
Yeah, it's great. And if I didn't weigh 30 pounds extra with a dragon suit on, maybe it would feel a little different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I'm a dragon. It is what it is. It's a lifestyle.
The G21 carves a respectable wave without ballast, has plenty of push for small riders with the added benefit of using less fuel while the kids ride. Let's load up some ballast and check out the wakeboard wake.
right, just rode the G21. It was really fun. I always love riding any of the G series boats. I hadn't ridden the new hull yet. We just finished riding the G23 this morning with supplemental ballast, and I'll be honest, it is way bigger. This is a noticeably smaller wake, but it pops a little bit harder than the G23 wake. If you rode the previous generation boat, G23, G21 is the same thing. The G21 wake was always a little bit steeper, I'm out of breath. It was steeper, but it wasn't maybe quite as big. It didn't have quite as long of a transition. It's kind of the same thing on this boat. Now this boat doesn't have supplemental ballast as an option, so the wake's not gonna get as big as a G23, but pops really hard. It has just a more pronounced kick to it when you hit the wake on your board. It's really fun. I'm excited to see what it looks like with a little less weight in it. So it should be a little bit better boat for beginner riders compared to the G23, since it's just bigger and heavier, so money.
The G21 can hold a clean wake for beginners anywhere above 19 miles per hour. Running at 20 kept the wake more stable with less wash. While Nautique wouldn't lead you to believe that you can ski behind a G21, it actually does a pretty good job. You just need to use a slightly longer ski line than you would on a traditional ski boat, and ideally a softer ski.
Huge benefit to all G-Series boats. All the ballast is subfloor. So when we're done riding, we can throw our boards in there, our Halloween costumes, our ropes and life jackets, everything we need. Slides right in. Let me throw that wakeboard in there. Why not?
Let me challenge you.
After all, we've got all the room, right?
Oh my goodness. I wish we brought more.
We still got the ballast full. That's a win in my book.
Yeah. Hey guys, so we just finished up our 2023 G21 review. So, you know, I can let Preston start with kind of the wakeboard and setup like that, and then I can talk about surfing.
Yeah, I mean, I talked a little bit about it, but the wake is really fun. It's not quite as big as a G23 wake, but, you know, the boat weighs a heck of a lot less with the amount of ballast it has in it, so that's to be expected. But the boat performed really well. It's insanely quiet because it's just running lower RPMs. We're using a noticeable amount less fuel than the G23, and Colin got out there and surfed, and the wave looked amazing.
Yeah, it was a really great wave. I mean, you know, all the push you need from the wave, and that's really what Nautique's good at. Super clean wave and really easy to set up. So it was really all you can ask for.
G21's awesome. It's got all the storage in the world for a 21-foot boat, which is also another huge plus to our G-Series boats. If you want to come check one out or get on the water, it's still decent weather this fall. Come check it out. Give us a call at N3 for more questions.
Yeah, and if you want to see anything else, let us know in the comments, or, you know, while you're liking and while you're subscribing, throw a comment in there and let us know, you know, hey, maybe you loved it or you want to see something different. So, yeah, we're doing this for you guys.
The G21's an amazing setup for someone looking for top-of-the-line performance and quality in the 21-foot segment. If you'd like more information on this or any other Nautique models, contact our N3 Boatworks team at 317-845-9253.
Paddle back to the platform.